Stay focused, bro.
For all of you Cleveland Browns supporters who are disparaging Shedeur, consider all that he has contributed to this city. In order to launch his own footwear brand, Shedeur Sanders must leave the NFL. It's time for me to read your remarks, like we do each week, since you have been posting absurd things in my comment box. First things first, we will begin with this week's featured video, Dillon Gabriel's Storm, isn't it? As you can see, I was using my Star Power microphone while I was on the road, and this was the greatest video this week for the emergency video I had to make. On my lengthy drive home, you guys made me laugh so hard that I was unable to respond to your comments, but I would want to read some of them. This one reads Disco Drip. Naturally, we will start by responding to the other comment videos. We apologize for reading those additional remarks as well. Reading a couple of these up top is all I want to do. After that, I will read all of the comments left under this video, of course. There will most likely be more reading comment videos because I did many last week and you all did as well. I believe there were about 100 comments on both of those. You all lost your minds. Let's begin right here though. According to Disco Drip, the sad part is that we saw this in practice all summer and they still put it on the field. If you don't recall, I was present for the notorious quarterback tracker pretty much every day of the procedure. Oh my goodness, Dillon Gabriel did not have many nice days. With the exception of days when they were in the red zone, quarterbacks rarely had good days. Dillon Gabriel, in my opinion, had a couple of summer days and a couple of wrong red zone days, but it felt like Shedeur was consistently surpassing Dillon Gabriel at every opportunity. Therefore, I believe that many of the people who were following that were a little perplexed when they saw how awful he looked. Very fascinating. Dillon, 2 interceptions and a safety. Bootstrap529 says, he is a very powerful computer. He states, that man said he'll tank this season before letting Shedeur play. And many people have been feeling that way about Kevin Stefanski. Couple of Stefanskis. Regardless of whether you believe it to be right or wrong, it is unquestionably not producing any positive results. M. Garrett will ultimately smack Stefanski. H. Stefanski. Stefanski? Hey dude, he may? Hey, M. Garrett is going to do what he did to Mason Rudolph to Kevin Stefanski. Yavin Stefanski. Stefanski? You had better reduce, man. I would want to give a shout out to Lena. She is on all of my remarks, and I detest that it now displays your advertisements. She does excellent work. Simply toss it to no one. Look, the fact that you could see him move his head was what most irritated me about the selection or red zone regarding that safety. He could be seen moving from one target to another before simply tossing a duck over there for the sake of grass and air. Do you understand? I hope they keep losing until they make amends, Shedeur Sanders. God is at work. Will he not? That is their position. This guy threw a 50-yard interception with all of his strength, I guess. He packed everything he owned into his tiny body. Furthermore, I don't mean to label you small. I'm just 8 years old. My height is 5'11". As you may know, I am not the tallest man in the country, but in comparison to other quarterbacks, he is a tall man. He used a pick to put everything he could. Gabriella, the supercomputer, had a super malfunction. Let them continue to play Dollar General, please. We are doing well over here. Kevin has hallucinations. Whoa. He simply tossed the ball in any direction to nothing. This indicates to me that he became anxious about man, oh man. Well, Dillon Gabriel, that was excessive. Hey everyone, please write a comment below. Check out these remarks, everyone. You guys are basically questioning Dillon Gabriel in 300 comments. Let's get started though. This video was one of the ones where I had to read all of the comments, like I always do. I'll get through some of these quickly, but if you have a nice comment, it will take some time. If more research is required, we will investigate it and proceed accordingly. According to Team Bug Stefanski, Team Bug 100, Kenny Pickett was the Browns' sharpest player this season. He pretended to have a hamstring ailment, declined to play while wearing a Browns uniform, and is now expected to start as quarterback in Nevada. Dealing with the Browns is the only way to keep your career intact. At last, 12 has caught on. Hey, that's a great comment right away, isn't it? To be honest, I hated the Kenny Pickett signing. It didn't make sense to me if you're a winning club and you signed Kenny Pickett. Pickett? As a backup, maybe. All right, I understand. You will select Kenny Pickett and Joe Flacco, but you will also acquire 2 other quarterbacks. Everyone is sitting there now perplexed by the stank face. Like, what's happening? Our quarterbacks are dropping left and right, and we have 15 of them without an offensive line. I take it that we lose a linebacker at the beginning of the season and a quarterback during the preseason, but Kenny Pickett always finds a way. Last season, he won a Super Bowl victory. He leaves the Browns this season.
doesn't participate in any preseason games and still deprives Shedeur of first-team reps. I want to draw attention to that. He didn't engage in any preseason games. His practice was restricted. Even yet, Kevin Stefanski gave Kenny Pickett more first-team reps than Shedeur during their few appearances. I will not allow myself to live with that because it is insane. Who is more in need of these first-team reps? The man who is famous for flinging himself into sacks is Kenny Pickett. He threw himself to death. Man, look it up. And that was a year ago. It wasn't the days of the pet. Kenny Pickett, this wasn't a phony slide. Have mercy, Lord. However, I do agree. Texas Red 5739 states, I personally hope they stick with DG, but I know the fans want Shedeur to get a shot. To harm Shedeur's reputation, there will be sabotage. Kevin is currently working against him. Now, I believe the word sabotage is strong. Any quarterback who plays, in my opinion, is obviously Kevin Sansency because, well, Dylan Gabriel is playing very poorly. Kevin has demonstrated that whoever is playing quarterback will always look awful. What? Shedeur is improving. It's similar to how food improves after marinating. You're going to look like Shedeur Brady Sanders when you emerge. Hey man, what if Shedeur just doesn't even play at all this year? Is something I've been saying, and I think this is a good point. That sounds insane. I know. That sounds insane. Do you understand what I'm saying before you lose your mind? Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes. Correct? Not Breeze, Drew. Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes, huh? What is it named, I wonder? Not exactly Trey Lance. Trey Lance was what I was going to say. You mean Jordan Love? Allowing them to rest, relax, and watch is the cornerstone and formula for quarterback performance at the highest level, isn't it? Put simply, do you understand what I mean? Get a little knowledge, put some in your tool belt, put some in your back pocket, and then you go out and apply it on others. Hold on. That's absurd. However, you get what I mean. In all honesty, the quarterback position is extremely complex, isn't it? It's thoroughly examined. Geno Smith has a resurgence. Daniel Jones has a resurgence. And Sam Darnold has a revival. I'm not sure. Geno, I have no idea why you did it. God damn it. Give up tossing pictures. In my opinion, the fact that time is the currency in the quarterback position makes it extremely complex, not simply in the way it occurs. And many individuals are trying to save their jobs and don't have time to throw first-round rookies to the wolves. Do you understand? And a lot of stuff has led to Caleb Williams and Andrew Luck scenarios, don't you think? Circumstances where you place all of this on a novice in the hopes that he will figure it out, and now everyone is baffled and unable to understand why this individual is either injured or underdeveloped in terms of how they play their game. Hey, it's just something to consider. Something to consider. I believe it was acceptable for them to not knock on your door. Since everything he does in those final moments will be scrutinized, I would much rather see him begin a game than finish one. This is a valid point, in my opinion. I did pose the question in that final video. Since it was such a big event, scrutinized, will you want Shedeur to enter during those final 6 minutes? He may be considered impolite by some if he enters. Hey, just give him his time, some urged. I appreciate you reminding me of it. I would like to know whether... This is what I will do if I'm Shedeur. I will present you with two scenarios. In the first scenario, I'm just making things up. Even if Shedeur is assured of starting, would you rather he not play for the Browns for the remainder of this season? I won't tell you who the coach is because I don't know who it will be. I'm not sure, but let's just assume that he either doesn't play this season and starts for the Browns in the opening game of the following season, or he is traded immediately. He will not be able to play for 2 more seasons after being traded as a project, but he will be playing for a better team. It's at a place called Seahawks, isn't that right? Raiders, perhaps. Despite their lackluster appearance, the Raiders are a team that has a talented quarterback. Isn't that a beautiful scenario? They have a leader who will remain in that position for at least another year or a large number of years. And Shedeur, we're going to develop you, but we just want you to wait. Like Jordan Love in the Packers, we are really going to put your development first. Hey, Love, you're going to Jordan and you're just going to sit there for years. I wonder if Shedeur received the Jordan Love treatment rather than being ignored, not given priority, or being scrutinized when he does. Personally, I would be grateful if that were to occur. Instead of being a makeshift offense that is genuinely attempting to run for DG, that, well, I hope you figure something out, Shedeur, he takes his sweet time, develops, and receives actual time in the manner that he needs it. What I would adore is that. So those are my two possible outcomes. Again, he doesn't start this season, but does start the Browns' opening game the following year. Or he might be traded to a good team right now and miss another year or a year and a half of action. Do you understand what I mean? Please let me know your thoughts on that. That is my question for the day. According to Sharon Hodo05, Kevin wants DG to be someone he's not. A triangle cannot be contained in a circle. Well, there you have it. There you have it. They have never received the level of attention they're currently receiving, therefore they won't swap your door. That is a fact. Johnny Manzo? Maybe. Maybe, I don't know. The objective being moved is getting old to me. They both need to be assessed. Although DG was drafted earlier, it's absurd to lie and launch a smear campaign against Shedeur. The coach would play both of them in the same game if he were astute. Though I'm not sure how I feel about it. I believe that easiest way to get Mary Kay to stop asking you Shedeur questions is to act the part, especially if you want people to accept your opinion. That is the most effective way to put the topic to rest, put the situation to rest, and say, we're going to go with Shedeur.
Because common sense, you know? If we believe that Shedeur isn't playing because he isn't good, then you don't need to explain why you aren't playing him any longer. Because people will realize that he isn't good if you just play him and demonstrate his shortcomings. But here we are, you know? I'll be throwing the bonfire at the Mooney lot if they trade Shedeur. Ocean perch and fresh yellow pasta dishes are included in the entry. Whoa, they see that your aunts are serving authentic traditional cuisine? All right. The percentage of Brown supporters that are actively rooting against 12 is what makes me sad. I want him to be seen. I do want to discuss that now. What is it named, I wonder? Yes, I would like to discuss this. Since Shedeur did nothing to deserve to be placed in a situation where he feels the need to turn into a villain, I do believe that it's kind of messed up. It seems to me that people paint him as the bad guy. He is never Conor McGregor. You know, he's not Richard Sherman, he's not a talker who approaches people without cause. This is highly particular, not provoked. He approaches people. While he does display that watch, it is typically in a back and forth motion. Hey, you're talking so sexy, I'll be right back at you, I promise. Do you understand what I mean? The quarterback for Colorado State, huh? Hey, you were so attractive when you spoke, you and your coach. Hey, I'll leave it alone. Hey, Cam Newton, I won't be cordial and buddy-buddy with you when you come to my game because of all you were saying. You disrespected me, and I'm not you. You didn't call me by name. So yes, that does occur. However, he is not someone who has only expressed good things about the Cleveland Browns organization. He only had good things to say about the city of Cleveland. Then, to those of you Cleveland Brown supporters who are disparaging Shedeur, consider all that he has contributed to this town. He has consistently contributed to our community. He doesn't mention it on Twitter, on Instagram he doesn't share it. The good news is that ESPN doesn't share it on Instagram. It is not shared on Twitter by ESPN. Those don't go viral, they say. Since Kamur and Shedeur are made of the same fabric, I recently created a video about Kamar attending a nearby high school. I didn't see any likes or sightings, I haven't noticed many likes on it, there aren't many retweets on it. That is not what you desire. I want everyone to know that I occasionally come here and point the finger at the media. No, you all need Shedeur to be the antagonist, thus you all want him to fail. When you see him, you all assume he's the Nepo baby. You all believe he is this conceited. You all believe that he is all of these things. Therefore, if they simply become that, it's easier, isn't it? Additionally, he can be placed in this box, right? Of this and that. It's a really awful thing, dude. It's a really unpleasant thing. I detest that it takes place. And for that reason, I keep spreading optimism. I've been exerting myself. I've been in there saying, hey man, at the end of the day, he's running a Kevin Stefanski offense if you've watched my videos this week, including Shedeur's awful performance. What are you asking him to do? There's only so much you can do to make the play calling of a 1776 offense go away, no? I believe he is doing it. I truly do. He is. I take it that he's given it all he has in his little body. However, it just isn't sufficient to get over this. Actually, it isn't. Trade Shedeur, please. I'm not upset about it. According to a Browns rumor I just heard, Dylan will be traded. I never thought of that. They probably won't be able to recoup their investment in him. Yes. I'm not sure who thinks that any guys actually do, but I just enjoy the responses. You make sure the videos convey the message, hey man, he's a first-round pick. Well, the NFL said he was a 5th and 4th round pick. The NFL scout said Dylan Gabriel was selected in the 5th and 4th rounds. It was generally agreed upon by the NFL scout that that was a reach. It is what it is, you know? I would like his supporters to quit saying that we must win the Miami game. To tell the truth, it was pouring rain. Who would want to spend garbage time waiting in the cold game? Wouldn't you risk 12 in that trash? Well, that's a thought-provoking perspective. We can only pray, I guess. It's strange when SS injuries show up, yet SS has never verified them. Well, consider what he said about X. An injury is announced by the team. They explained the plan to him. He made the decision to stop. They just didn't want him included in the game. It's just another tactic to keep him off the field despite my desire to believe it was a ruse to fool the Patriots. Jimmy Hem recently released a vote of confidence against the supporters. Blamed the Watson trade for everything. Nothing about a 40-year-old getting moved or starting.
Nothing about watching Cleveland falter in a defeat to the same Pittsburgh Steelers while the same quarterback logs up for another side. Nothing about Shedeur spending the entire summer without receiving any first-team reps. He approves and signs off on everything that leaves the company. Shedeur is in serious trouble. Let him sign somewhere else. Please accept my gratitude. Since there will be another comment reading video that I do believe that we will watch and read the rest of them, but I think we can all agree that there is a lot of passion in the comments that you have made thus far, and I think that everyone agrees that Shedeur must leave. I think Kevin Stefanski obviously does, and while I don't think he hates him, he doesn't have the right to set up his own man for success or failure. Ultimately, you want to get him out of there as soon as possible, but please share your thoughts with me in the comment section below. Comment below, of course. I will read them, there's nothing to worry about. We will just need to create a number of comment reading videos. Believe me, we'll just go ahead and read through all of your comments, so leave a comment below, I'll take care of them. If you like this video, please like it. If you don't, dislike. If you enjoy football-related stuff, subscribe, man. Anything else in between. Keep being excellent. Until next time, see you, face.